Z109 Talk Radio. It's time for Elsie Jenkins. Z109 Talk Radio. It's time for Elsie Jenkins. Gonna talk about that news today. Gonna talk about better way. Z109 Talk Radio. Z109 FM. Oh Lord. Okay, here we go. ZZ109 FM. This Elsie Jenkins. All right. Reverend No Show, how you feeling?
Miss Jenkins, I'm feeling pretty good.
That's good. Fifth grade education Bob is in the studio. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing well.
Well, let's get down to the news. Before this summer started, people have to realize that you have to raise your hand, tap yourself on the head and say, you know what? I'm going to the beach and I don't want to die. You gotta remind yourself this sometimes. You don't just grab all your stuff, jump in your car, run to the beach and jump into the water, but without saying that first. I don't, because every summer somebody dies going to the beach. It's just, it happens. You go out there, you swim, one of them currents grab you, drag you out, you lose the ability to tread water, you go under, that's the end of you. It's that simple. Let's get down to some news here. All right, first, before we get into the beach talk, a pilot in a plane flew past the Capitol building, and Air Force planes intercepted the plane and saw that the pilot was unconscious, knocked out. Now, he could have been asleep because the plane came from Wisconsin. He could have had a heart attack. But nonetheless, Air Force jets were flying beside the plane and were able to see the man in the plane with his head down, unconscious. Well, this plane kept going towards the coast, went off into the ocean area, and finally crashed into the ocean. It's hard to believe that the person was alive. But, if that was a way that you were alive and was able to wake up at the last minute when you would look at your instruments and see that you're out of fuel, you're in the middle of the ocean, and you have no way to turn it. Well, you can turn around, but you're not going to make it back. That's got to be one of the worst feelings you can possibly have, to know that your life is about to come to an end. But this helps me reiterate the most important part of life is that you're not promised tomorrow. This man left Wisconsin, got on this plane, which is a nice little plane. It's the kind of plane I would like to be in if I had to go somewhere. Put me in this plane right here. It looks like this plane could get from A to B and no problem. Single engine plane. But this man took off in his plane and probably had no clue that now, I would like to backtrack though. Reverend No Show, some people, when you think about it, And you think about Robin Williams in different situations. Some people would like to commit suicide in different kinds of ways. And I look at this, I'm like, what better way to commit suicide? You get up and you're in the plane, you're doing something that you love to do, you're by yourself, nobody riding with you. You get up there and let's say you take something. Maybe you take some sleeping pills, something that will just knock you out. And you put the plane on cruise control, because the plane was on cruise control. It cruised right past the United States Capitol area, flew in the no-fly zone, and gained the attention of Air Force. Went all the way past the coast, out to the ocean, and went straight into the ocean after it ran out of gas. What a way to commit suicide. Your last vision and thought is doing something you love to do, which is flying. And you predicted how much fuel you had. You knew you was going to get past the population. You knew you weren't going to crash the plane into a city, which if someone was flying the plane without autopilot, they may have passed out and lost control of the plane. Plane would have went down, hit something, maybe woods, population, who knows. But it's quite interesting that this plane was on autopilot and it flew all the way past the coast and went on out to the ocean and then finally ran out of gas. So it is a possible suicide, considering that this person might have loved to fly, and what better way to go than to do something you love to do and to put yourself out in the middle of the ocean. But the bottom line is, what better way to go? So, sometimes you got to look at these things. People that have money, like Robert Williams, he could have did something like that, although he wasn't a pilot. But if you could fly a plane, hey, put it on autopilot, fly out to the middle of the ocean. Now, I wonder if the insurance companies might pick up on this possible suicide technique. It would be an excellent technique, because no one would assume that you're committing suicide. You can always get in your plane anywhere in America without no problem. But it would be just considered a plane crash. So somebody would be instantly rich through insurance policies, and no one would ever think that this was actually a suicide. I might have solved the case, Watson. Let's go on to the next area. Look here, people. When you're out and there is a storm coming, you do not hang around to see if a tornado is going to come or any type of... You just don't hang around. You got to get up out of there and find you a building to get into. Don't get under no shelter. Don't run to the lifeguard stand. Nah. You got to keep it moving. Okay? You got to keep it moving. 3 people in New York were struck by lightning out at the beach. Storms are coming, nasty storms, but you know what? They still out there messing around. You can avoid getting struck by lightning when you hear that a storm is coming, and you're supposed to keep your ears open while you're at the beach. That's it. Beach time over. Pack up your stuff. It's time to go. Get your things. Get off of the beach. It's time to go back to the hotel. You don't sit there and wait to see if the storm's going to go away. No. No. You've got to get off of that beach. You've got to get away from the problem, which is that storm. Common sense, people. Fort Lee, Virginia. The situation about the military person trying to find somebody to shoot them, couldn't find them, and then shot herself. This, I don't understand, people. Nothing in a relationship is worth losing your life. It really isn't. Love is not this serious. You can always find love through somebody else. Promises people make can be broken. If no one wants to keep a promise, that's fine. But to go out and start getting a gun and gunning down everybody because a promise was broken, that seems like a waste. Senseless. All the time you spent in the military up to this point is now null and void because someone broke a promise. It makes no sense whatsoever. Relationships come and go. Elsie Jenkins, you know I've been in plenty of relationships. They come and go, people. You'll survive. You'll be okay. You'll live to see another day. But to go around gunning people down because love's gone, love done died, that don't make no damn sense. Nah. Woman hit by a bus. 29-year-old woman attending some type of a festival in Nevada was hit by a bus. You wake up in the morning, you eat your cereal, you run down, you put your clothes on, you get your shoes on, you get in your car, you run down to the event, you get out the car to go to the event, you grab you some sandwiches, some snacks, and whatever, you run out there to go to the event, you get hit by a bus. Nobody plans this. Nobody. Remember, people, you're not promised tomorrow. Anything can happen to you, from getting hit by a bus, from getting struck by lightning. Anything can happen to you. Anything. So you live your life right today, in case you're not here tomorrow. Live it right. Talk to people with respect. Do things to help people. Change your life for the better. Help others. Appreciate your life. Appreciate those around you that appreciate their life. When it all comes down to it, you're not promised tomorrow. They keep talking about these UFOs in Pennsylvania, and I was wondering about UFOs and stuff like that. I was like, wow, interesting. But now that I think about it, you got to be very careful about UFOs. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people are forgetting that we've got these devices now that hover. Very simple. Devices that hover, that go out. You can buy them in the store for $99. They run off of charging batteries. You can configure whatever lights you want to put on these things, and you can hover this thing as high as it'll go with your radio control. And people around you will be astonished thinking that it's a UFO. So don't get caught up thinking that things are UFOs until you see them little green people come out the damn ship. They come out the ship, they come down, they say, greetings, Earthling. So on and so forth. Now you can start talking about you done found you a damn UFO and some aliens. Don't waste your time on that. Somebody's playing games with you. They got the little device floating in the air with lights on it and stuff. They done configured it somehow, some way, and it's just up there in the sky every night now, making you run out looking like a fool. Because you do look like a damn fool going out there every night saying they're going to air a UFO at 8:05 at the same time every night. You think the aliens really going to come out every night just to see your ass? It ain't happening. And last but not least, on the ZZ109 Talk Radio, for this wonderful holiday weekend, the girl with the damn Uzi. Now, Texas, my friends, the state where some man was caught doing things to a cow, which he had no business doing. This state is out of control. These people are out of control. It don't make no damn sense what's going on in that state. 9-year-old girl don't need no damn Uzi in her hands for no kind of reason. This man that was in there teaching the class could be alive today if he would have said the same damn thing to himself. Why am I here training these little kids how to shoot a gun when they need to be somewhere coloring, playing a word game, having fun with friends out at the park, going to the skating ring, maybe seeing a movie with family and friends. Join the Girl Scouts. Do some things that you're supposed to be doing right now. But grabbing a Uzi and putting rounds down range is not one of them. It's not. I heard a lady say, well, the parents felt that the child was responsible in the hands of a responsible trainer who had been training with weapons for this amount of years and that. I'm like, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you when you think that that is a correct response to having that child stand there with an Uzi in her hands. You lost your damn mind. You ought to get charged also for child neglect, because you are neglecting that child by putting them in that kind of position. And now, for the rest of this child's life, she has to remember this man getting his brains blown out of his head by her actions, accidental actions. But don't think she didn't see his head explode when them rounds hit that man and killed him. She saw everything. And now she has to go to sleep every night reinventing that scene over and over and over again. ZZ109FM, this Elsie Jenkins. It ain't right. Y'all take care and have a good week.
Z109 Talk Radio. It's time for Elsie Jenkins. Z109 Talk Radio. It's time for Elsie Jenkins. Gonna talk about that news today. Gonna talk about better way. Z109 Talk Radio. Z109